While the McKinney Lions look forward to Class 5A, the Boyd Broncos are already in 5A and doing quite well under Coach David Weintraub, who joins us now. And David, another district championship for both your boys and girls, a solid showing at regionals, especially considering you lost so many seniors from last year's team. What do you take from the season overall?
I think what I take from the season is the amount of growth that we had as a program. In spite of the fact that we graduated 14 kids last year, we came back strong, district champs. This year we only graduated 4 seniors, so we're really looking forward to next year. But all in all, very, very pleased with how the season went.
Back in early January, once again sweeping through your district, a day of domination. You expected nothing less, but the numbers are still no doubt incredible. Won 22 out of a possible 23 gold medals, 39 out of 54 medals overall in the individual events. Take us back to that district meet.
Oh, the nice thing about the district meet in terms of preparation is that the overwhelming majority of our team was really focused more on regionals. In order to qualify for regionals, you've got to place top 6 in your event, and we felt pretty confident that most, if not all, of our swimmers in each of their events would qualify. So it was, for a smaller group of the varsity kids, it was a big meet. They were shaving for that meet. They weren't sure if they were going to get out of regionals. And then for the rest of the kids, we were pretty confident that they were going to move on. So all in all, it was about showing up, swimming well for the kids who really weren't rested for that meet and trying to maybe better their times a little bit. But I think the other important thing was to demonstrate good sportsmanship towards Garland ISD, just kind of knowing the circumstances that they're under and what they bring to the table when they come to the district meet. So all in all, it was a great meet in terms of sportsmanship, and then of course in terms of athletic performance. Very, very pleased with how that went.
You had 36 swimmers and divers advance to that regional meet. The boys placed 8th, the girls 12th. Out of 29 teams, though, in 5A Region 2, one of the toughest regions you'll find, always stiff competition. That's something to be proud of, again, considering what you lost from a year ago.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was a little tough, especially in light of the fact that a year ago we were 4th and 5th, and so to drop down to 8th and 12th is a little humbling. But at the same time, we just use that as a benchmark for next year, and we're committed to doing better next year.
School record certainly fell at the regional meet and starts with your senior team captain on the girls' side, Christine Nagy. This is someone who was a part of your girls' medley relay that went to Austin a year ago. Yeah. This year individually, she finished 9th at regionals in the 100 breaststroke. She broke her own school mark. What was so special about Christine's senior year?
I think what was special about Christine's senior year was that she really continued to dedicate herself to the sport. When half of your state qualifying medley relay has graduated and moved on, and you really don't have the talent that has moved up to replace that, and you kind of you're reconciled to the fact that we're probably not going to state this year. I think a lot of kids would kind of use that as maybe an excuse to maybe rest on their laurels a little bit, and in no way, shape, or form did she do that. She continued to train hard, not only for me but with her club team as well. And just had a dynamite senior year, and was a great example, for the rest of the kids on the team. And I'm really, really proud of everything she's accomplished, and she's even considering swimming in college. So all in all, just a great senior year. I'm going to miss her tremendously.
Yeah, Christine was your MVS, your most valuable swimmer on the
That's
girls'
right.
side. What do you say you're going to miss her? How do you replace everything that she brought to the table?
I think by looking at the fact that she, along with the other 2 girls, Carly Hervella and Anna Caruth, they too set a great example for the rest of the team. And I think you just replace that by knowing that they've done the best that they can to teach them, not only about what it is to be a good swimmer, but what it means to be a good student athlete, and hopefully encourage the rest of these underclassmen to step up and continue the tradition of excellence that has really been established over the last 6 years.
Sophomore Omero Cantu also broke a school record.
Yes,
on the boys' side, 5th at regionals in the 500 freestyle. In fact, he shattered his own mark by 14 seconds and really was just a fitting end to a spectacular first season at Boyd after transferring from Mexico.
Yes, absolutely. It was a really kind of a neat situation. School had started, and I've looked at the roster. Here's kind of where I'm thinking people are going to swim. And a couple weeks into the semester, right after school had started, he showed up to the pool one day with his father, introduced himself, and it's pretty easy to tell, when someone walks in if they're going to be able to contribute or not. And he's taller than I am, and has a very, very lengthy background in competitive swimming. Had really only trained once a day with his club team back home in Mexico, and so we got him onto a club team here. So he's swimming with us in the morning and swimming with his club team in the afternoon, and the time drops just came, and I think he was just as surprised as we were. And it was just one of those nice surprises that you get. You're not counting on having an addition like that, but when they show up, boy, it sure makes you excited, for the team.
It seems like there was barely a learning curve in the pool for Omero. He had those skills coming from Mexico, but what has the adjustment been overall? I mean, I think of any drastic change, a transfer from town to town, picking up, moving school to school, but moving from a foreign country here to Boyd and fitting in like he did, that's an incredible accomplishment.
And it's a testament to the rest of the team. I think one of the things that really makes it an adjustment easy anytime you move from one place to the other is being able to have something to kind of call your home away from home and to fit into. And he's got a great attitude, great personality. And the kids did just a great job of just immediately accepting him into our family. And I think the transition for him was about as seamless and as easy as it could have gone, and hopefully it was made him happy, and I think it did. Absolutely.
Omero, your most valuable swimmer on the
Yeah.
boys' side. Where does he go from here? 2 years left at the high school level.
2 years left at the high school level. I think if he continues to train hard and continues to show the level of dedication and discipline toward the sport, then there's no reason in my mind why he couldn't be going to state next year. And if not next year, then certainly by his senior year. Just with the time drops that we've seen, and there's still a lot of raw, undeveloped talent in him, and so I'm very, very excited for him in terms of what the next 2 years hold in terms of how far he could advance.
Meanwhile, on the divers side, junior Colby Doyle, your diver of the year, named
Yeah.
the district diver of the meet, set 2 school records this season. What did you like about Colby's year?
What I liked about Colby's year is that he really stepped up his game, so to speak. The level of discipline that he brought was really unmatched compared to what he had been doing the previous years. I had a senior this year, the previous school record holder, Sean Burke, who for various reasons had to kind of drop out of the sport. And he was the current school record holder. He had been the district champion last year, and so you're looking for somebody to fill those shoes. And Colby just really stepped up, and not only worked hard for me during our practice time, but would come after school during the optional diving practices into the late afternoon, early evening, and he did that all on his own. And he's really committed to improving himself even more. He's been discussing joining a club diving team and training with a club team over the summer. So I don't think we've really even seen what he's capable of doing yet.
Yeah, and I'm sure going into his senior year, you'll be looking for more leadership from him. He already exhibits it with his performance from the diving board, but as a senior, certainly there is that burden of leadership.
Absolutely, absolutely, and there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to step up and provide that for the rest of the team.
Your district will be vastly different compared to the last 2 years. We talk about Garland ISD, you say goodbye to them, and most likely it'll be McKinney High, Allen, the 3 Plano schools. Certainly a step up in competition at the district level.
Yeah.
What do you expect from that?
I expect that our kids are going to definitely step up their effort and realize that districts is no longer just a pass through to regionals. And whereas we only had to shave and rest about a third of our team this year for districts, we're going to be resting the majority of the varsity kids. You got to be in the top 6 in order to get out of that district meet, and the competition is going to be intensely fierce and on a level that we really haven't seen at the district level during the last 2 years. So it forces us to be better, bottom line.
You go from swimming and diving to water polo here in the off-season.
Yeah.
3rd straight year that you've used this as an off-season tune-up. What do you hope that your team gets out of water polo right now?
The most important thing to me that they get out of water polo is the opportunity to work together as a team. Swimming, in spite of the fact that we're the swimming and diving team, swimming is a very individual sport. It's you against the stopwatch every time you get up on the blocks. And so in spite of the fact that we're swimming together, these races together, in spite of the fact that we have relay teams, who are depending upon one another, to do their part, you don't get to experience that level of team play as you do, say, in baseball or basketball or soccer. So this is just a great opportunity for us to work together as a team, actually be able to communicate with each other while we're competing. You don't really hear much when you're swimming in the pool. And it's just a nice diversion from just swimming back and forth, for an hour and a half every day.
David, we appreciate the time. Best of luck going into next season.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
David Weintraub, head coach of the Boyd Broncos. Hey, they're always in the pool, whether it be swimming and diving, water polo in the off season, and August will be here soon. That's when Boyd will be taking aim at more gold medals and more school records.